Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wrestling, this time in Holiday Inn Express. Of course, I'm Patrick Young. This guy to my right is the Seth Rollins to my Dean Ambrose. Giovannuto.
Thank you. That's a very thing line for the night, I guess.
Yeah, it was something quick I thought of. I'm starting to run out of these. I gotta get better with them.
Yes, because you're the hype man
Yes.
for these. Tonight's the Summerslam 2017 review. I'll just start off before starting the review saying it wasn't the showcase of the new era that I think people thought it was going to be. A lot of household names came away with the win tonight.
Yeah.
With Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Randy Orton in their respective matches. It was as kind to Corbin, who probably fell down the card. Rusev, who might be disappearing from the card. And Big Cass definitely underwhelmed in his big moment.
Yes.
But we'll get to all that. It wasn't like they were the top matches delivered. Specifically, Fatal 4-Way United States Championship match and both brands tag team championship matches. And it did have plenty of drive though.
Yes, it did.
From Corbin's SummerSlam debut to Cass's to Enzo's monologue inside Sharkation.
Yeah.
To everything else in between. Let's get started.
Yeah.
First,
let's talk about this.
The first ever empty arena match I ever experienced live.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys, the Jason Jordan versus the Miz and the Miz Taraj.
Now, the interesting story about this is the doors opened at 5. Well, actually, probably a little after 5.
Well, after 5.
Right when the pre-show was starting. So, So, as they were going through it, their first match started, 5:30? With 6-man tag?
It actually started at 5:25 because we got to our seats. I had to start a little before that.
Yeah.
We got to our seats at 5:25 and the match was already started.
Yeah.
But the bell had just rang.
Weren't we on the 100? We were on, the 100 level concourse.
And the Hardy Boys, Mrs. music was finished up and the Hardy Boys music had just hit.
Yeah.
Once we got to our seats at the 200 level, the match had... Once we got in our seats, the match had just begun.
Yeah.
Jason Jordan and Bo, I believe, were in the ring first, actually, yeah. Apparently, just from what they're hearing, we can't confirm their problems with the ticket scanners.
Yeah.
Most likely too.
There are maybe 1,000 people there by the end of the match in their seats.
By the end of the match, by the beginning of the match, there's probably 50. With
Yeah.
60 people there.
Yeah. The funny picture is that was going around online was Miz was yelling at the social media guy.
Right. And
as being the only fan in the front row.
as being there live, you guys see more, but apparently he was visibly pissed.
Yeah.
On screen, which she has that right to me. All 6 of them have a right to me. Miz and Miz Taraj win by Miz Skull Crushing. Finale, Jason Jordan. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It was a thrown together smash.
Yeah.
With a little story to it. And from what I remember from it, there wasn't anything that really stood out in the match.
No.
It felt like something that will round out episode of Raw, which
It was this week.
right.
However, with a different result.
Yeah. I do think the Hardys need some direction. It's just the revive fell through. Whether I split them up now or send them on the rolls or send them on SmackDown, whatever, or something because they shouldn't be slumming it on the pre-show.
Yeah, agreed. The Hardys definitely need something more. For the people that were there, they were actually louder than I thought they would be.
Yeah, they were the most over the match.
Yeah, they were definitely most over in the match. It actually probably benefited Jordan with not many people being in the arena at the time.
Yeah.
Just so, because there were about 14,000 less people that would actually boo him. Yeah, like Joe said, the match itself wasn't really anything to write home about. We'd probably all forget about it in 2 days.
National World was better. There were people in the arena.
Yeah. There were actually people in the arena to enjoy it. So.
Yeah. What was your overall?
My grade for it was a C.
I gave it a D because WWE's decision, they're just baffling, just to throw it out there not early. It has nothing to do with the 6 in the ring.
Yeah, that's why I ended up giving him a C because of the 6 in the ring.
Up next, Kira Tozawa versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship.
and probably one of the more interesting results.
Yes, Neville won by use the right arrow
It's an interesting result, and then with a few interesting results later that night.
to become Cruiserweight champion. I thought Neville looked like his usual, I guess, arrogant self in the match. Tozawa was fun to watch. Still, the two of them for me have yet to have the great match that I want them to have. I mean, this one didn't have no heat to it though, because Monday Tozawa won the title. Neville taking back the belt I guess is a surprise. I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I predicted it. I guess it's sort of a letdown
You
too.
predicted it in a video that wasn't uploaded.
Right, yeah. I guess it was a letdown too in a sense, and if you want Neville to get pushed out of the Cruiserweight division. But I guess right now, push both guys back in an ideal position. Neville as the king of Cruiserweights and Tozawa Price better than Chasen. I gave him actually C+.
I gave it a little bit more than a C+. I actually thought this match was very good. Well, one thing that really held it back for me was the fact that why have Neville lose the belt on Raw? Well, why have that short-sighted booking philosophy to where if you're going to do it on SummerSlam, why take away that big moment and put it a week early on Raw? Or if you didn't want to do it in the first place, why did you do it?
Right.
Why did you shorten? Why did you just cut off Neville's reign so Tozawa can have a 6-day reign? That doesn't make much sense to me.
No.
However, it's not being based off the booking team's crappy ideas. It's actually based off the match for me. I actually ended up giving the match a B.
Up next, the New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, the main event of the pre-show.
Mm-hmm. You want me to go first? I thought this match was fantastic. I could see the point in having people say that it's the best kickoff match probably ever. I still personally hold to the fact that the Usos and the Shield in Money in the Bank 2013. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Was better. However, this was on its level. This was a fantastic match. The Usos and the New Day killed it. And in the end, the Usos actually ended up pulling out the win and getting the titles as well. I don't have any problem with that because SmackDown actually needs credible heels. So I'm guessing Authors of Pain are actually going to be coming up on SmackDown shortly.
Yeah.
And then having the New Day feud with them while the Usos move on to Resign.
I thought the match had great energy.
Yeah, there were a lot of very good spots.
There's great chemistry between the two teams. That's obvious. They hit each other hard and they pulled out innovative offense. Let Big E, Xavier pick up Big E to do a splash off of him. The Usos continue that run of, I guess, being like those hungry, imposing villains. The heel turn has done wonders for them.
Yes.
The New Day looked like they were having fun. It's odd that WWE chose to put this match on the pre-show.
Considering there were some duds in the card.
Yeah. And WWE's I don't mind Usos winning, but WWE's tendency of chasing champs so often. I thought it was too early to dethrone the New Day because they just won it last month.
Yes.
So, overall,
I gave it an A.
I gave it an A-.
Now getting to the main card of the show.
The open contest was John Cena versus Baron Corbin. Cena's run of SummerSlam Classics ended.
Yes.
And Limber. The matches with AJ, Seth, Brock.
It's one streak that broke, but
Damn
another
right.
streak that he also broke was his losing streak at Mania.
Yes, because Josh
stops now at
SummerSlam.
which now stops at
SummerSlam.
at 6 SummerSlams.
Yes.
Did I have that correctly?
Yes.
At 6 SummerSlams.
Because he beat Baron Corbin with the attitude. Cena, I thought they booked him a little goofier than normal than he's been the last couple of years. So I don't like that. He wasn't as focused and intense as he's been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He's been on the main scene.
It's either that or Cena didn't actually care about this match.
Yeah. Or
which I can understand.
like he wasn't as focused as he to be on stage like SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Corbin looked good in terms of him, not booking wise. He looked good in terms of the angry heel search for revenge for a hard match. But it wasn't a great showcase for him either.
No.
And following his field money the back cash in, then an Underwoman following the field cash in with an Underwoman loss to Cena is kind of baffling too. Also, his prospects are kind of low right now. Into this week. Overall, I gave the match a D+.
Steam here. I gave it a D+ as well. This match was there wasn't really like terrible action to it, but there really wasn't. I didn't feel like there was any urgency in the match.
Yeah.
Even from Corbin's side, I didn't feel like he actually wanted to get revenge. It just felt like they were sort of out there. So.
Not a good choice for an opener.
No.
Up next was Naomi versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Natalya defeat Naomi with the sharpshooter to become the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
It's about time for Natalya.
Yes. I thought the match started all strong, but I thought it also slowed down in the middle of the portion. No, Natalya did carry all the way through when the match did slow down. I thought they did do a good job though with not making Naomi play the gussy babyface. They should give her Naomi more of a fiery comeback than lose. I thought, but instead the spotlight was points on Natalya, which I don't have a problem with. This was really reminding us how dangerous she is and how she's not done at the top of the division yet. Having the title's going to be intriguing. See how she works against the younger stars on SmackDown Live. I gave it a C+, which is better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was better than I thought it was going to be too. I did like the aggressiveness that Naomi actually started off the match with. She pulled out a lot of cool spots that she actually hit very well.
Yeah, the block, specifically the blockbuster off the steel steps.
I thought she hit that pretty well, and I also liked the sharpshooter that Natty actually had to do it twice.
Yeah, the roll she rolled out on her head.
Yeah,
and slammed Natty with her feet and take her bumble. Yeah.
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 And then she then moves her feet around.
Oh.
After Naomi's submission, she also moved her hands around, maneuver her body, and actually moved herself into a position where she can actually do the sharpshooter.
Yes.
I ended up giving it a step above Joe. I ended up giving it a B-.
It was the match of the first game from the card.
Yes.
If you would have told me that, I would have been surprised. Up next, Bishop versus Big Cash with Enzo Amore and Sharkage. I don't know about Pat. I could hear Enzo shouting in the Sharkage from what we were saying. Shouting and moving.
I was barely paying attention, to be honest. From the first second, this match actually bored me.
He was barking in the background.
I know he was doing his shuffle thing in the cage.
Big Cass won by the way.
Yeah, Big Cass won
by big boot in both of them because Enzo's short bent. No.
Enzo got down to his skivvies
and got big booted. Jumped out of the
slipped out of the cage.
And got beat.
Yeah, jumped down. They got big booted.
Cass They beat Bishop twice, I think, and then won. The action was lazy. Nobody should be blaming the Brooklyn crowd here. Brooklyn were restless.
Yeah.
Enzo's escape was the highlight of the match.
It didn't. It also didn't help that before the match, Enzo decided to do a rambling promo.
Yeah, about something.
This
Lil
is,
Kim.
Yeah.
And then something.
Yeah, you got cheap pops for Lil Kim and a bunch of other Brooklyn and music references,
Yeah.
but after that he started rambling, and then Big Cass had to cut him off.
Right.
Which thank God.
Yeah.
However, Big Cass and Big Cass with Big Show is almost at a snail's pace.
Yeah, it was an underwhelming SummerSlam debut for Cass's solo career. He needs to move on from this. Big Show needs to move on. Enzo needs to go away. F. Nothing else to say.
Nothing else to say.
Nothing
else good to say.
Up next, Randy Orton versus Rusev. Okay, Rusev jumped Orton from behind before the match. Match started, he ran to the turnbuckle and got RKO'd. Match is over.
Yeah. I don't think we definitely can't grade that.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that was. This would have finds an angle on SmackDown leading into SummerSlam. I think it was an angle on SmackDown especially.
Yeah.
A major show like this, it was a major letdown. Russo coming up short one but having him get beat so easily. His whole he's been in since he got back just got deeper gay off. I know I'm not grading it by day, anyway, F.
I'm not grading it, but if I did, it would be an F.
Anyone to add to how I describe it?
I literally can't because there was no other offense. It was literally that.
Up next, Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Sasha put Alexa in the back statement to force her tap to win the title for the fourth time, I believe. There was a lot of intensity in here, a lot of back and forth action for me anyway. For one of the nice better matches. Sasha and Alexa have excellent chemistry. And the show needed this match in a series of lackluster things dragging down in the beginning. But with that being said, though, Sasha and Alexa were still several moments away from having a great bout, I thought, when it ended. So, it should have been given a bit more time and some more memorable moments, and it could have probably been a show stealer that I don't think was leading to becoming. And the title change would have been more powerful if there wasn't already 3 that happened previous. Overall, though, I did give the match a
for Sasha or the show.
In general, the show and Sasha.
Yeah.
Overall, I gave it because none of the title changes really felt powerful, except for Natalia's. In terms of that, because Neville winning it back, it was obvious they just didn't know what they were doing with booking that.
Yeah.
Usos, I found it odd that they won them back so soon. Natalia's came out of nowhere, but I felt like there was a plan there.
Yeah.
And Sasha, there feels like there's a plan there, but
it feels like the trying to fix of a plan since Bailey got injured.
Yeah. So with Sasha, the moment down no impact because there was 3 before it. But overall, though, I gave the match a B-.
I actually ended up giving a C+, so we switched actually on the women's matches. Yeah, I did think Natalya and Naomi was a little bit better. That's just because what Joe said. I felt that if you gave it a couple more big moments and maybe another 3 or 5 minutes in that match, I think that match would actually be really good and be even better. I did like their intensity against each other. I wouldn't have given it to Sasha just yet. They put Alexa as the face of their next pay-per-view on Raw. I would have actually had her gone in with the belt going into pay-per-view with it.
She's going to win it back there.
Probably, actually.
And then Sasha's going to win on Raw leading into TLC in October. Then Alexa's going to win back at TLC.
Yeah.
Then they're going to be on the same team as the Archers. Then SmackDown's Roadblock. Then at the Royal Rumble. Then Sasha beat her at the end of 2017. Alexa went back at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they're literally going to do the Sasha Charlotte booking.
With no
Here you go. Here you go.
with not
Here you go.
with no offense
Here
to
you go.
Alexa, with not two even in ring talents.
Yeah.
Just a hunch shot. Oh,
However,
wait, no, Sasha won pay per view. That's the new one.
Alexa's going to win on Raw.
Sasha's going to win
that's right.
Mercy. Alexa's losing at Monday night or tonight on Raw
Sasha.
or whoever the hell she is. It don't matter. They're all
The
the
purple-haired one's going to lose.
They're all the same woman on Raw.
Yeah.
We're only creating nobody new tonight. They just get it built to a different colored hair woman.
Technically, Raw hasn't created a new woman since like 2 years. In like the last 2 years.
Okay. The latest one they created was a Trish.
Because seriously, all they did was replace Charlotte with a SmackDown version
Of Charlotte.
Charlotte,
Right.
who's not as talented as she is, about 10 inches shorter, and
Yeah. Congratulations.
and a better on the mic.
Yeah. After that was Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Finn won with the coup de grace. It wasn't a thrower of a match, I would say,
No.
but they did a good job playing up the opposites, the parallels of
Yeah.
like Finn and Bray's characters. The spectacles of both entrances add to the atmosphere, and Finn's win, it finally feels like something we're actually going to keep him charging towards the top now that he's back with the demon. No, this time I'm actually surprised when I said this into how strange the Wyatt and Orton feud was. In this case, there probably could have been more like strangeness and supernatural stuff to the match a little bit.
Believe it or not, I would have actually... See, they did the...
The spider wall.
Brave
Spider Wall
Spider Walk
Brawl.
thing early, and then they did it earlier, and then Finn just sort of looked at him,
Right.
and then they did it again later in the match. I probably would have just done it once. They did it once right before the finish of the match, actually, or right after Finn hit him with the sling blade and hit the coup de grace for the win.
I did think too, like a break could have been made to look like more monster obstacle, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
I think he could have also looked tougher as well.
Yeah. Overall, though, I gave the match a B-.
Same here. I felt that the string of moments they had in the match carried it, and like the character play of it.
I thought it was better than the Raw
very
match,
good.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't want to see if you continue because it just really did demon 50.
Yeah.
Very good. So, right on the that. So, we'll stop.
As much as we hate 50-50 booking,
We'll be
yeah.
have 50-50 booking.
Great, we know Bray can beat Finn not in paint.
Right.
But if Finn's wearing paint, though,
It's
why
over
it's
for
still...
Bray. Up next is our Sheamus vs. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for the World Tag Team Championships. Dean and Seth won the World Tag Championships after Dean got beaten down a lot towards the end, and Seth, so size of old Seth, I would say.
Yeah.
We were around the very quick making a save. I think he did a sunset for powerbomb to Cesaro and Sheamus were going for the double team white noise off the middle rope. As Seth came in, springboard off the rope, and Hurricane Rana himself and Sheamus all onto Cesaro while Cesaro had Dean on his shoulders, and then he super kicked threw Sheamus out of the ring, super kicked Cesaro into the dirty Ds for the win. It was very similar to the SmackDown tag team match. There was energy and chemistry there from the get-go.
Yeah.
Real quick, although props to Cesaro for ripping up that damn beach ball.
Really, that was the match you decided to pull out your beach ball?
Yeah.
Really? When there was Big Cass and Big Show on the same card.
There was
Pull it out during the Shield versus Cesaro.
Yeah.
Good job, Brooklyn.
There's a lot of it was an electric showdown. There were times where I thought Cesaro and Sheamus didn't have it. So the drama helped it with the big climax at the end. Both teams shown on the grand stage. I feel like Cesaro and Sheamus are underrated for the work they helped out the tag division on Raw the last year. So because I feel like Cesaro and Sheamus have been Raw's best tag team of the last year.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that seems to work with Cesaro now. With random tag partner. They didn't look gutsy, I guess the right word, and surviving the submission holds at the end, and then Cesaro and Sheamus were allowed to impress the defeat. And then Dina said, I think there's still shaky lines there, so that makes them as champs more intriguing. And that's their story, the best storyline in the whole company.
Yeah.
To staying in the spotlight still. Overall, I gave them actually an A-.
I actually gave this one an A too. The cruiserweights. The tag teams actually really delivered on this card. Both tag team championship matches were fantastic in my eyes. I did like The Shield and Sheamus and Cesaro a bit more. Just because I felt there was a bit more action and moments that I would remember than I would from New Day and the Usos. And that's just... Maybe that's because I've seen the New Day and the Usos have a great string of matches, so maybe they'll all sort of blend together. But again, a fantastic match for keep on calling the Cruiserweight division, for the tag team division, and I would recommend those two matches in a heartbeat.
Up next was AJ Styles vs. Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Shane McMahon's the referee. AJ won clean with a phenomenal 4-arm Styles clash. This was the match I've been waiting for them to have.
Yeah.
Get my one little negative out of the way, but it doesn't affect my great match. I knew there was going to be ref bumps. I thought there was probably like one or two too many with Shane, but...
Yeah, same here.
But I'm not going to...
I didn't think the Springboard 450 on the Shane was needed.
Yeah.
Because that didn't end up actually affecting the match whatsoever.
Yeah, so like, other than that, it's not dragging the match great.
Besides Shane being a crash mat for this match.
But in that case, this is one where I want Shane to get involved, because he's the one that added the interesting element to the story. So, minus one or two unneeded bumps, it's not going to take away my grade from the match.
Absolutely.
This was the match I wanted them to have on pay-per-view. After good matches at Backlash and Confusion with good match at Battleground. They both thrived in what I'm assuming now is definitely the end of their rivalry. Kevin Owens' attitude, entertains usual, and him and AJ the big move to one other, shut the ring, and besides the 1 or 2 bumps, I thought one needed to use Shane's presence here smartly.
Yeah.
He didn't only add drama, but he built the foundation to what I'm sure is going to be a stellar feud between him and Owens. This will give Owens something high profile to do while AJ finally moves on to somebody else.
Yeah.
Who AJ moves on to, I don't know. It's not Corbin or Rusev.
Bobby?
That's what I'm thinking. Or he's going to just do the US Open Challenge, and Shelton ends up being one of his opponents who just signed. But it was smart ball going around. I gave it an A-.
I ended up giving it a B+. I felt this match was excellent. However, Shane taking a little too many bumps. I think less was more in that aspect. I didn't think some of that stuff was needed. Again, the 450 springboard, they did it. AJ landed on Shane. I think his knee actually landed in his back.
Yeah.
I didn't think that moment was needed. I think that risk could have been completely taken out. Unless it would have been more. I actually would have liked to see more of, like during close counts, they get in his face like, what are you doing? You're not helping me, or you're going against me. The funny thing is, he also seemed to be fast counting AJ for some reason.
Yeah.
AJ ended up winning, so I don't know why. Like, he was faster with AJ's when AJ was getting pinned.
Yes.
Than he was when Owens was getting pinned.
Yeah.
So.
Up next, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the Day Championship.
And probably the most controversial ending to a match on this show.
Yes. the Singh brothers interfered, Nakamura took them out, and then Jinder won clean. But
Well,
Nah.
one with the
The way he's
class,
been
1, 2,
waiting.
3.
yeah, the Colossus from behind. Don't know why Nakamura got his first pinfall loss here. And in this case, mine's find this thing for Jinder. It has something to do with Jinder either.
No.
Just so it was a little early here.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't
Yeah.
understand that thought process.
So in terms of that, that's a failure. But with that being said, I didn't think the match was actually a failure. I actually felt concerned they put the match in that spot. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm actually still trying to figure out, agree with this as I go along. So I'll just say what I wrote down about the show, and then after the match, then just come up with one. I'm fighting between two grades here. I'm fighting between a low grade or a middle of the road grade. Because the match, like I said, wasn't bad. It's probably one of Jinder's better performances on pay-per-view. But it was also, that booking decision, it's really a sore eye for me.
I don't want. I'll preface this by saying I don't really like Jinder as being the champion.
Yeah, I
In the
don't.
last couple weeks, he actually has
The match quality has
Yeah,
progressed.
his match quality has actually stepped up a
With,
bit.
he has best eyes of the world on SmackDown.
However, I don't think he should have pinned Nakamura clean.
Yeah, I don't get this. Okay.
I'm actually worried about how they'll treat Nakamura going forward now.
Right.
That he'll just become just another guy on the roster, and that's not something that's not something he should be.
Yeah.
He should be more of an attraction. He should be more of a special person. Like you set him differently, like
Yeah.
Undertaker or Brock Lesnar or Shawn Michaels or Triple H. You set them apart differently than than everybody else in that roster.
Yes.
And I'm afraid that he's just going to become
Somebody.
just another
Body.
body
Uh,
that has fans singing his entrance.
it looked like the match was going to be first exhibition for Nakamura,
Yeah.
and then it turned into the familiar scene. Jinder, all Jinder's wins look the same now.
Yeah. I would have taken a DQ win.
Yeah, here we are. The ending felt anticlimactic and it felt unfinished. It felt like they just went to the ending real quick.
Yeah.
The ending, I will say, probably does say the feud's going to continue, though. I want to say.
Yeah.
And the good news, because it was the match I was least hyped for, because they only had like 2 weeks of build, and they only interacted once. It doesn't let WWE. SmackDown doesn't have no pay-per-view until Hell in a Cell, which is where Nakamura's going to win, because it'll keep the same brothers out, probably, in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how they could really build this feud for 8 weeks. Between 2 guys who aren't good on the mic. Well, one who's charismatic but shouldn't talk on mic, and one who's the same premise. I'm not really sure how they're going to carry this for like 8 weeks.
Who knows?
That SmackDown's next pay-per-view is not until the beginning of October.
Yeah.
What if I call myself? But I'll just say, now that feud's continuing, it'll allow WWE to build more